Well, good morning, my friends, and this is an interesting article shared to me by Sheena, and this is something she wanted me to do because the way things are now with food and drink and everything else, it's kind of well stupid because the way you eat things or drink things, you're not supposed to drink them. You really have no idea what you're getting into when you eat or drink, or at least that's what the quote unquote specialists think. So we're just going to look at the ten drinks you should never drink. Brought to us by MSN.com for health and fitness and nutrition. So we're going to look at number one. 10 drinks you should never drink. Number one, uh, almond milk. Be careful. Juice. Uh huh. We're talking about juice here. Whether it's fresh squeezed or pasteurized and from a carton, juice is a quick way to add calories. How? One cup of orange juice can have as many calories as 6 oranges. Whoa. As well as sugar. And while not all juice is created equal, fresh squeeze is better than concentrate. An 8 ounce glass can set you back about 120 to 150 calories. Instead, have a piece of fruit with breakfast. The pulp will help you fill. The pulp will help fill you up and give you fiber. And drink water with a slice of citrus. Now, to to add to my 2 cents about this, first off, I like my orange juice. You know, I like drinking orange juice every so often. If you know, I constantly need to drink it because calcium. That's what I drink it for. I drink it for the calcium. I don't drink it for the fact that it's orange juice and I need to drink it like it's water. Some people just say, well, you know, you're not supposed to drink. You're supposed to drink it in moderation. It's like soda. You're not supposed to drink soda all the time, but only in moderation. On hot days in which you need something to cool you down, to wet your whistle, that's what you drink. But orange juice or any kind of juice, whatever kind of juice you drink, you just drink it. I see nothing wrong with orange juice. I see nothing wrong with cranberry juice. Cause see, at my house, we usually have the following: orange juice, apple juice, grapefruit juice, cranberry juice, and probably those in between. We rarely have pineapple juice, but when we do, we drink sparingly of that. Moving on. Number two, sugary coffee drinks. Frappuccino, Dunkachino, Mochaccino. They're all bursting with sugar and calories, up to 1,000 of them. The only waistline friendly chino worth having is a cappuccino, just espresso milk. So, unless you are actively making a coffee beverage your dessert, avoid sugary syrups, whipped toppings, chocolate shavings, and caramel drizzles. Plus, though they contain caffeine, you'll feel an extra crash and burn once the sugar high wears off. Now, personally, whenever I go out to let's just say I go out to um, IHOP, and I mean, when I go to IHOP, I rarely go, but when I do, I usually have like maybe a cappuccino. If not, if not a cappuccino, just an iced coffee will do. But I'm not real big on cappuccinos, honestly. Because to me, cappuccino is more like it's a luxury thing. It's like you want to, with a cappuccino or an iced coffee, I find that a straight up luxury because all you're doing is technically you're treating yourself. It's like iced coffee has an exquisite taste. So therefore, you want to have it not every time, but just you know, a little more than you should. Because sometimes, nothing wrong with iced coffee. Really, nothing is wrong with iced coffee. Just don't drink it like too much. I mean, I drink coffee myself, and I drink iced coffee. And the one thing I know about iced coffee is that it will do the exact thing. It will do the exact opposite of what coffee does to me. Coffee will kind of keep me awake for a while, and then after that, the buzz will wear off, and poof, I'm out. But iced coffee just like shuts me down, which is a funny thing. So when I have iced coffee, especially when I have a long day, iced coffee is perfect because it will kind of like shut me down and boom, just like that. Next one, three, soda. Just no. Dark cola may already be on your don't drink list, but clear lemon lime sodas, tonic water, and ginger ale aren't okay either. Any 16-ounce one has about 13 teaspoons of sugar, which is more than your recommended intake in a whole day. The American Heart Association recommends women should have no more than 6 teaspoons. Sure, a ginger ale when your tummy aches or a cola when it's calling your name won't kill you. Just don't make a habit out of it. It's hard to say because of soda, and especially when you talk about sodas. It's more like this. Whenever I go to 7-Eleven, I take my big gulp with me, right? Now, my big gulp, the the latest one I got cost $10, and it fills up like say a hefty amount of soda. We're talking about maybe like almost like a gallon worth of soda because it's really heavy when it's really heavy. If I had like if I showed you how big my big gulp thing is, my big gulp cup is, you guys wouldn't believe it, but when you hold a lot of soda in there, it really is that heavy and puts strain on the arm. But still, when I do go to 7-Eleven, I take that mug with me, and it's only $1. And it's a big ass thing, and it's a big ass thing of soda. But usually, what I do with sodas is, especially if I'm doing like, say, a marathon of recordings, like say, like I get a full day of nothing but recording, no streams, no nothing like that, nothing to actually stop me from recording. I can actually sit there, record a few episodes. Like say, I can record three to 3 to 4 episodes, and keep myself well rehydrated in under 2 sips. Because having that much soda, it can actually last you for quite a while. Or if you're not having sodas, then energy drinks and such, that can actually last you for a good while. But actually, what I'd say about sodas is that if you drink too much of it, it will kind of hurt you. But the thing is about sodas, just kind of go easy on the sodas. You don't really need to drink an entire 6 pack. That's just crazy. You don't really need to do that. It's not necessary. However, if you drink just one, and if you're like me, you just take a sip. You take it. What I do is I usually take a sip, and it will last me for a good while until I need to take a sip again. Or if I'm going in a conversation, I keep sipping until I'm fresh out. But soda is soda. Clear or okay? To me, clear is okay. Dark's not dark. I don't really drink don't dark sodas that much, but when I do, I drink responsibly. Moving on, we got number four. Number four is sweetened nut milks. I love a good plant-based milk. I just discovered unsweetened cashew milk. Yum. Ugh. But there's a problem with coconut, almond, hemp, rice, hazelnut, and so on. Unless you buy the unsweetened version, you're just heaping on extra sugar. And since plant based milks are lower in protein than animal or soy milk, you're not getting much good stuff either. So grab one that says unsweetened on the label and sip your milk in its purest form. You know what that's reminding me of? Chai tea. I think with this is we're talking about something that I usually get from Smart and Final, which is usually chai tea. And whenever I go to Smart and Final, I usually get like a big thing of chai tea. If I really wasn't, shopping or anything, I would pick up myself a thing of chai tea, call it a day, and just walk home, gulping that thing down like if it was a baby bottle. But the thing is, with sweetened nut milks, and I'm not really into sweetened nut milks, honestly. I mean, the thing is, I'm really lactose intolerant, and how that works to me is like, it's what's in the milk that kind of, you know, how should I say this? It disturbs my balance. I'll say it like that. Since I'm lactose intolerant, what's in certain milk really does disturb my balance, and usually that's when things just go horribly wrong. So usually when I drink milk, it's usually something like lactate or something that's 100% pure, because I can't drink any kind of milk as it is when it says, low fat, non-fat, because there's some things inside that milk that most people don't know about. So with milk, you gotta kind of be careful. Plus, on top of that, milk runs on a very paper thin time limit. So that means when it says you have to drink it within a week, you really have to drink it within a week, because it will go bad if you do not drink within a month's time. I can tell you that we've wasted like I don't know how many cartons of milk just because we couldn't drink it in that short amount of time. And number five. Okay, I can rule myself out on this, but I'm pretty sure I can rule somebody else out on that too. Premix alcoholic beverages. I'm looking at you, Sheena. Premix Premix cocktails are what I like to call a hangover in a bottle. Margaritas, daiquiris, sour mix, and pina coladas. I'm looking at you. Not only do they often include icky preservatives and the added sugar from mixers can make you super thirsty by expending the dehydration that already happens when you drink booze. Skip the mixers and make your own margs from scratch. Or try my simple favorite, your spirit of choice on the rocks of club soda. I never did like alcohol. As a kid, and I can say this, I just never did like alcohol, because I used to take up dare when I was in grade school. And of course, you don't remember DARE's drug abuse resistance education. And I learned so much from DARE that basically, if I'm not told the story once, I'm pretty sure my friends have heard this, but I'm telling you guys about this. When I was younger, I was so passionate about it that I basically did the following. I tore my dad's cigarettes. I took his beer and his booze and poured it in the toilet and flushed it down the drain. course, he was pissed at me for doing that, but I thought I was doing something good by trying to extend his life by just getting rid of all that. Maybe I was extending his life even for a short time, but sometimes you can't break a habit like that. Drinking. That's a hard habit to break. And you definitely have to control yourself from getting drunk, because the way you get drunk is like, it's not so much how much you put in, like how much you can endure by drinking that much, but it's more like allowing yourself to get drunk. So that's why, to this very day, I do not like anybody getting drunk. I do not like hearing about somebody I know get drunk. Because to me, it's like you're killing yourself and you don't even realize you're killing yourself. It's like, if you don't give a damn about yourself, then why the fuck should I give a care? Why the fuck should I give a care about you if you don't care about yourself? A little something to think about, That's why I just said, it's like, I drink. I'm like, why do you have to drink? You don't have to drink. You don't really need to drink if you don't have to drink. In fact, you shouldn't even be thinking about drinking. You should be thinking more about prolonging your life, having more, pride about your life, not feeling sorry about yourself because A, B, C, D through ABC through Z, 0 to 9 ain't happening, or it's just not working. At least somebody is thinking about your well benefits, so therefore, don't even try to do alcoholic beverages if you do not give a damn about your life. For those who like alcoholic beverages, that's you. And no offensive for it. No offensive for it, because he drinks beer. But I'm talking about you getting shit-faced drunk to the point in which you don't give a fuck about your life kind of drunk. That's the kind of drunk I'm talking about. And it's like this, me to this day now, okay. I'm okay with it as long as, people don't get out of hand when they get drunk. It's like when they get out of hand, that's when I'm just going to back the fuck up and I'm going to get out the door. To this day, we still do that. Even if we go out somewhere, it's like, okay, they're getting kind of wild. Time for us to leave. Adios. Number 6, protein shakes. Are you an Olympic athlete? If the answer is yes, you can have a pre-made protein shake only when you're in a pinch to meet your energy needs. If you're not, then skip these. Muscle milks and powdered shakes tend to be loaded with sugar and unnecessary nutrients. And can we agree they taste like Elmer's glue? I ain't never tried that shit, so. A good rule of thumb, drink your water, eat your protein. Traditional sources like milk, yogurt, eggs, seafood, chicken, and leaf beef are always a better bet. And like I said before, I'm rolling protein shakes out because A, I've never tried it. B, I do not like protein shakes. They look horrible. They are the bane of drinks everywhere just because you want to have some muscle. And it's only for those who are like freaking gym rats, those who just want to get in shape just to look like, oh yeah, I'm big, I'm buff, I got muscles and everything. I can just say this: I don't have muscles. I do not have physical muscles. The only muscles that actually matter is the one I use inside my head, and that's about it. And possibly the only muscles that have taken me from point A to point B are my legs. Those are the only two muscles I actually care about: my brain and my legs. My lower body and my mind. Not that I don't mind working on my stomach, but still, that's what DDR is for. Sports drinks, number 7. See last slide. If you're not a high performance athlete, You don't need an electrolyte replacement drink to help you stay fueled at the top of your game. Your half hour on the elliptical does not warrant a 24-ounce Gatorade guzzle before you hit the showers. These drinks are designed to help athletes stay energized and properly hydrated from the right balance of readily available carbs, sugar, and replete minerals, sodium, potassium, and chloride. They'll add calories, and if you have a sensitive tummy, they may also make you a little nauseous. Stick with water. That's not entirely true. You see, whenever I had a stomach ache or a stomach flu, I did the following. Of the many things I drunk, I've had water with baking soda. I've had beef or chicken broth because I had to basically, you know, build my defenses back up from the ground up. And upon orange juice and soda, there was Gatorade. And like it says, electrolytes. That is the only reason why I get a Gatorade every so often. Because if I feel something drop, it's usually my electrolytes. So it's always good. Every so often. Not all the time, but every so often. If you've been doing a lot of work, like say yard work, anything that provides performance of any kind, do yourself a favor, get yourself a Gatorade. Put some ice in that. Make it nice and cold and drink it. I can tell it's going to help you out. It's like, regardless of what they say, go with the Gatorade. Do not try to drink that Powerade. Powerade is shit. Powerade don't taste like anything. But Gatorade tastes like something. I can tell you. Whenever I went to the office and it was around lunchtime and I always got myself something to drink, because really I don't really eat that much when I'm at the office, cafeteria food. I usually go with a Gatorade or like a Pepsi or something like that, just because I'm working and teaching, and I'm trying to teach something, and at the same time, I'm trying to help with this and do this at the same time, writing my notes and everything. All that falls into play when you're trying to multitask at a school. Private school, on that note. Number 8. And I can say this. I've never drank any of these. And even if I did, they were it was one thing I always drank. Every time I went to Smart and Final or Trader Joe's, Naked Foods. Anything that's made by Naked Foods is pretty good. Just look that up. It's real. It's called Naked Foods, and they make drinks like these pre-bottled smoothies. Even if they claim they have no sugar added, these fall into the junk that's perceived as health food category. They get away with the claim by using sugar in the form of fruit puree, which adds calories in addition to sweetness. Skip these and make smoothies at home from frozen food, leafy greens, ice, Greek yogurt, and spices. I don't think so. I can tell you why. The old man. Do not let him go near a blender. Do not let him go near the kitchen. He will make a mess. And he will call it something entirely different. He realizes he can't cook for shit. Therefore, no. If I'm going to go out and get some pre-bottled smoothie, and that's rare. I mean, that's rare. I don't really get these, but when I do, it's like I get one for myself. And usually, if he gets one, it's like, oh, it's not going to go well for him. Because he thinks it works. And it's like, your body can't handle... Your body can only handle so much, but it can't... if it can't really handle that kind that kind of material in its system, it's gonna let you know no, it's not gonna work. But like I said before, I usually go for something that is more fruit based drink. Is a fruit based drink, so therefore it's okay. Might taste a little. It might taste a little funny, but it's gonna end up pretty good. Your tongue gonna feel kind of your tongue is gonna feel a little numb for a moment, but the taste will grow on you. That's what I said. Number 9, sweetened iced tea. I'm gonna just say this right now. If you're from the South, if you are from the South, that's your go-to drink. People don't know that, but that's the go-to drink. If you're from the South, y'all know. Iced tea is the go-to drink. Okay? I'm from the South. I know that's a go-to drink. Especially if you have basically iced that son bitch up. You put a little cut of lemon like you see here, and the way it's stirred up, nice, in which it's not too sweet or sour. It's just right. You better make sure you make a tanker of that shit and serve it when you have company. I don't care what they say. Iced tea is the shit. I don't care. I don't care what these people want to say about it. I like my iced tea. God damn it. God damn it. I love my iced tea. Sweetened iced tea number 9. If it's pre-sweetened, it's not for you. Period. You're better off ordering an unsweetened version and adding a teaspoon or two of sugar on your own for sweetness. That way you can control how much you add and cut the total sugar content by more than half. Yeah, but that only works if you're going to, say, a restaurant. If you go to a restaurant like, say, IHOP, Cheesecake Factory, Sizzler, that may work. However, if you're doing this at home, nah, no, no, that ain't gonna work. I said maybe for you, if you're into that, if you make that, personal for you, that's fine. But for me, no, I gotta have something sweet. I gotta have something sweet, a little sour, you know, not too much sweet, not too much sour, but just right, just for that flavor. Number 10. Number 10, sneaky sparkling waters. I used to drink that. Not anymore. I mean, there's only a few times when I got a smartphone, and I actually got my sister hooked up to that. She actually likes some of the things I bring her. Like there's one called um stress, and it's like it basically is a stress reliever. It's a drink that actually kind of reduces your stress. It doesn't it just basically wears you down. I don't know how it works, but I know it works. Number 10. Check labels for artificial sweeteners. Aspartame, sulfamide K, sucralose, saccharin are a few. I know it's saccharin, but I say saccharin. On water labels, while they may not be harmful to your health, not all flavored water was created equal. It's just better to treat yourself to the occasional Diet Coke. But to me, I used to be on that, and really the taste just wasn't there. Especially whenever I went to Ralph's, that taste was not there. And I'm sorry, but that taste is still not there. And I mean, it just ain't. It's just not there. I'm using my best English. It just ain't there. But seriously, though, seriously, for what it's worth, though, honestly, don't leave it to don't leave it to professionals to say what you can and cannot drink. Because even though I said something about number five, if you don't, like I said, the only one I can say it's like out of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Five is the only one I just have a thing against. Only because this is basically nightlife. I don't give a damn kind of drink. That's the kind of drink that I just don't like. It's like mixes, pina colada, that sort of shit. Because people tend to get wild off that shit. I don't know why, but they just tend to get wild off that shit. And now I'm being reminded of Kabuki Man's cocktail corner. I don't know why. Maybe because of the drinks that he shows on that. Yes, I watch trauma movies sometimes. I watch that channel sometimes. Trauma movies. Just because, Kabuki Man cocktail figure. That's all. The cocktail corner, I should say. I mean, like I said, I do not like alcohol beverages, nor do I like anybody drinking alcoholic beverages within my presence because I get really, really, really irate off that. Otherwise, anything else between 1 to 10, with the exclusion of 5. I'm gonna let slide because, like I said, I don't believe that you can not drink juice or soda or anything of that matter and say it's bad for you. You can only drink that in moderation. Because these days I drink water. And also because I really do need to go to the store one of these days just to restock everything and make it a big ass overhaul. And sorry if I'm a bit quiet. I'm kind of looking at HR puffing stuff in the background. I have the TV mute, so it's not like you can hear HR puffing stuff. I'm just watching it in the background. But yes, it's 7 o'clock as you can tell on my desktop here. And by the time I actually upload this thing, you guys will probably see it around, I don't know, 3 or 4 o'clock. Whenever you kind of feel like you're going to watch this. But in any case, as far as nutrition goes and health, basically it's all up to personal preference. Just drink what you like. Just don't make sure you drink too much of it. Otherwise, you will mess yourself up, and that's not good. That's the only thing I can say about that. So until next time, or whatever the hell I post, be it game, review, or what have you, I've been the Tenkaichi of gaming and Etoku, Pookie7, aka Ichigo Musco. And I shall see you next time for whatever I feel like posting. So, take care, God bless, have a great and wonderful, blessed weekend, and I'll see you next time. Tenkai Muso!